I kind of feel like I want to cry right now. I hate that I feel like this. Alright, so I'm home from work for the day. No longer filming on my iPhone. Yeah, I didn't bring my camera to work with me because this video wasn't planned. This was a complete spur of the moment thing, partly to help hold myself accountable. So yeah, I'm home from work. I'm getting ready to eat lunch. For lunch, I'm gonna be having an Amy's cheese enchilada with white rice. And I'll show you guys, and I'm gonna eat it in a minute. Also, you know, I'm not wearing any makeup. My hair does not look like perfect or anything, but like I said, this wasn't planned, so no mean comments, please. Commenting something mean about someone's appearance is like never okay, but people do it on the internet all the time because I think some people seem to think that like just because someone's talking to you through a screen, they don't have feelings. I have lots of feelings, and my feelings will get hurt, so don't do that. So, eating disorder recovery has been pretty easy for me for quite a long time now. Maybe a couple of years, like 2 years, I'd say. It's been pretty easy, meaning like most days I don't really think about it too much. I feel like most days I'm in a great place. I eat the meals that I should be eating, you know, to feed myself. I fully enjoy food. I don't have negative thoughts come up when I'm eating. I don't use any of my old eating disorder habits, and my relationship with food feels pretty great at this point in my recovery. And like I said, most of the time I just don't even think about it. That being said, maybe about 2 or 3 days ago, that changed, and it started to feel like a little bit of a relapse was trying to come on. And ever since 2-3 days ago, it's been pretty challenging mentally, and it's been scary because it's been maybe years since I've felt like this. I don't want to go back to using my eating disorder habits. I don't want to go back to any of that for so many reasons. My life is so fulfilling in recovery, and when I was in my eating disorder, it was the opposite of fulfilling. I felt emotionally numb, depressed, couldn't enjoy food, had so many rules about things I could eat, and just was like a shell of myself, literally. I don't want to go back to that. But there's a part of my mind that right now is obviously telling me that I do want to go back to that, and that will make me happy, and that will feel good, and it will be comforting for me, and that's what I want. It's been scary because I don't want to go back to that, but I'm being faced with like these thoughts, feelings, and urges that are telling me that I do want to go back to that. And so it's kind of like I'm battling my own mind and my own self. And I have to just like be really strong in the fact that I know that I don't want to revert back to my eating disorder habits right now. All I can really say is I'm just kind of trying to use the tools that I have, you know, and that I've learned. I'm very determined to keep fighting for my recovery and to not go backwards. So even though it's very hard, I'm just taking it one meal at a time, doing a lot of positive self-talk and affirmations before each meal if I need to, and I'm just like, it doesn't matter how uncomfortable I am, I'm taking it one meal at a time, and I'm gonna get through one meal at a time. If you are struggling right now, if you're in recovery and you're struggling, if you're not in recovery and you're struggling, if you're struggling, period, ask for help, please. Just like take the step to do that, because eating disorders are so dangerous and they're so serious, and it doesn't matter what you weigh or what you look like or how old or young you are. None of that matters. If you're struggling, you deserve help and you need to get help, and you don't need to keep waiting to feel like, oh, I'm not sick enough to get help, or oh, I'll just wait a little bit longer. Don't do that. You're important, and the world needs you, and your eating disorder is lying to you, and you don't need it, and you're gonna be so much happier and so much better off without it. And I will leave some resources below. Okay, it's time for lunch. All right, the time has come to eat lunch. Amy's cheese enchiladas, white rice, a little bit of orange juice. Not trying to skimp on the orange juice, I literally just ran out. Some of the positive affirmations or self-talk I will use before eating a meal if I feel like I need it. I'll give you some examples. I'll say, food is good, eating is good, I'm getting ready to nourish myself, getting ready to nourish my body, I'm grateful for this meal. Carbs are good, fat is good, food is energy, food is fuel. Yeah, just things like that. Another thing that's been really helpful for me is looking at recovery accounts on Instagram, and I will pop one on the screen that I really like. All right, I'm actually pretty hungry, so I'm gonna start eating now. Sometimes when I start eating, the thoughts start coming up, and I just take it one bite at a time. Just one bite at a time. Nourishing my body. I deserve to eat. I deserve to enjoy food. I deserve to feel satisfied. I deserve to eat multiple meals a day. Calories are good. And I kind of feel like I want to cry right now. I'm pretty frustrated. I hate that I feel like this. It really does suck. Yeah. Really sucks to come like so far in your recovery journey and then all of a sudden, you know, because of a strong trigger or some reason, I'm actually not completely sure, but yeah, can be back in the mindset trying to take you backwards. But I deserve food, and sometimes my anxiety starts to go up, you know, because my eating disorder wants me to not eat right now, and I'm doing the opposite of what it wants me to do, and that is causing my heart rate to rise, my stress level, my anxiety is rising, which is like one of the reasons why, you know, it's easier to do what your eating disorder wants. It's easier to avoid food because then you won't have the anxiety maybe, or you won't have the thoughts come up, and you won't have the negative feelings come up, you know, so it'd be easier to do what my eating disorder wants me to do. But who's in control? I'm in control. Nourishing my body because it's important to feed myself. Even if you cry, you have to keep going. It scares me and it frustrates me that this is so hard. But this is where I'm at right now. Alright. I'm gonna put on a show, kind of distract my mind a little bit, and continue eating. Alright, this does not look very pretty or appetizing, but I'm really proud of myself because I finished the enchilada. I did that. Alright, it's dinner time. I'm planning on having some leftover pasta that my girlfriend made last night and a little Caesar salad. And that's going to be dinner.
Well, miss, I guess I'll be on my way now.